What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're in my 2022 BRZ and we're going to do our first driving impressions. Let's get it. Welcome to my 2022 BRZ. If this is the first time watching my channel, this is my 2022 BRZ and we're planning on building this thing, supercharging it and doing quite a bit. Right off the bat, I just want to say this car is one of the better handling cars that I've driven stock. Without any suspension mods, this car drives absolutely fantastic. The steering response is amazing. I think they did a really good job in dialing the car in stock. Once you do some of your stiffening mods and upgrade your suspension, I think this thing can be an absolute killer in the corners. I think stock, out of factory, out of box, it already does that and it does a really good job of that. We're entering the highway freeway here. This is second gear. I have all my traction modes and everything on still. Let's just see, build it up and then this car absolutely buggies. It moves. For a little 2.4 liter car, I think the car moves really nicely. The car weighs about 2,800 pounds, so the car is insanely light for this day and age. This car handles amazing. We're on the highway, the lightest little just touch turn and it turns, and it just feels so nice. Like, I'm very impressed with how this car responds to my steering. The steering response is fantastic, and I think that's so far one of my favorite things. I'm totally okay with the 2.4 liter in this car. I know a lot of people wanted it boosted. By having a boosted car, you definitely increase the pricing of the car, and I think they did a good job at coming with the pricing of this car. This car in Canada is about $40,000 Canadian, and the good thing about it, here in Canada, you cannot charge over MSRP. It is illegal here, so to all you guys in the States, I feel for you guys if you guys are paying a little more or paying over MSRP. The power that it has, I think, is well suited for this car. The car is light, it weighs about 2,800 pounds. It has that 2.4 liter motor pushing about 228 horsepower. With a few simple bolt-ons, I think we can push out 30 horsepower out of this car. I think 250 wheel horsepower with the weight of this car will be absolutely fantastic. I think if we can get up to that power mark, I think we'll really enjoy the car, and it's going to be pretty fun for what it is for a little while. Then afterwards, we're going to pump up the power and try pushing around maybe like 350, 360 with maybe a supercharger kit. And I think a supercharger kit in this car will really round the car after having some suspension mods. But one major thing that I'm not happy about with this car is the brakes. I think the brakes are really underwhelming. The rotor is really small and the caliper is not big at all. I think the Sport Tech and the limited models for you guys in the States should have came with, maybe not Brembos. Brembos would have been great, but it should have came with a bigger caliper and a bigger rotor. I think it's lackluster. You really put your foot in the pedal and it brakes, but it doesn't brake fantastic or anything like that. And that's one thing that I'm kind of disappointed about the car. But right now, I can just tell you guys the brakes are a little underwhelming. I know guys at track, they'll end up changing the brakes right away, but I guess it gets the job done for daily driving. But like once you really put your foot into the pedal, it doesn't really give you a lot of confidence, in my opinion. The tires that come on these cars are Michelin Pilot Sport Force. They're more of a summer tire, in my opinion. I know they're considered all seasons, but once it gets a little wet, a little cold, they don't respond very well. I believe the tire size is 2, 15, 40, 18, so it's a pretty small tire, but the car on that tire handles not too bad. The rims are 18-inch rims. I believe it's 18 by 8. I could be wrong, but I believe it's around the 18 by 8 mark for these cars. Here's a first gear with traction mode. So much fun. If you guys couldn't tell, the back end kicked out when I went first to second. Good, I kept the traction on there, just because that thing kicked out pretty nice. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Holy moly. this car really starts moving. Once you start really revving it out and getting through the gears, it moves really first gear really put me back into my seat. That was actually a lot of fun. I was not expecting. That was my that was my first time pretty much giving a first gear rip for you guys, and I want to do that on camera. I've accelerated kind of hard, but that was the first time I did that. Second gear started moving nicely. We got through the RPMs there, and then once third and fourth hit, our top end really started kicking in. I am not a big fan of the steering wheel. I feel like they could have done so much more with it. It's just a little, I don't know, it just feels like any type of like model car you'd get, like just a normal car. Like I feel like there's nothing special about it. I think if they had a little more ball strength to the 9 and 2 positions, it would definitely feel a lot better. But I don't know. I think that's something I'm definitely going to switch out. If you guys can hear, I'm not sure if you can hear it through camera, but you can hear all the rocks picking up. So once these tires do warm up, they're actually not too bad. But in cold temperatures, they're not the greatest. So traction's off. We're in track mode now, and let's see how it goes. I'm gonna rev to around 4,000 and not bad. It gets out of the hole pretty decently. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I launched it around 4,000, so it was nothing too crazy, but honestly, it got out of the hole half decent. I'm not gonna lie, but let's see if we can do one more. The roads are a little bumpy. Let's see if we rev it out just a little higher here. Let's go to, we're at like 45 and back into a little squirrely. Yo, even on these tires and these temperatures, it actually gets out of gear or gets out of first pretty nicely. We're gonna move now and get out of this area just because we made a bit of noise, but that's actually not too bad. Like, this car is impressing me. Today's the first real day that I'm really giving her some love, so all these reactions are all natural. I think the best one so far was that first gear rip. That really put me, that really surprised me, if anything. But damn, you are I'm liking you more and more every single day. I'm not even exaggerating, guys. The more I drive this car, the more I'm enjoying it. And now I'm really understanding when people say, once you go rear-wheel drive, you won't go back, just because of how much fun it is. But you really have to learn how to control these cars too, and that's why my main focus is understand the car at its stock potential, then start upgrading. We can do an exhaust. Exhaust's not gonna make a lot of power, but that is my goal right now. Comment down below what you guys want to see done to this car. If you guys have been following the channel, you guys would know that I already have a Tone exhaust to put on, and I have some JDM Super side markers. I have a few other mods coming in. But let me know what you guys want to see done to the car. Do you guys want to see it on the circuit? Do you guys want to see it drifted? An everyday build, a stance build, a race car build? Just let me know down below. I'll take all your feedback into consideration, and then we'll do that. I definitely do want to try drifting this a bit, and I do want to track it a little bit, so I'm going to try different avenues and different things with the car, because I think it's definitely one of those cars that you can do a lot with. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification button. We're on the road to 30K. I want to hit 30K very soon. I appreciate you guys watching once again. Peace out. Do it once, do it right.